Hi, welcome back to our channel. We are Cori and Patrick, Pat and Cori's South Island tiny house, but we ain't in the tiny house, are we?
Nope, we're in our new house. We've been living in here for about 8 months now, and we're really enjoying it.
So let us take you around to our house tour, and let us know what you think in the comments below.
But before we get into it, make sure you guys subscribe and like this video, and let's go. So, welcome to our kitchen. We decided not to go with your standard run-of-the-mill kitchen, sets, or have someone build our kitchen for us. We built our kitchen ourselves out of box section, and we used stainless steel for the bench, and it came out really good. So the appliances we decided to use were based on pricing, really, and we used a company called Trade Depot for the dishwasher. And same with the oven, which both work really good, no complaints there. And for the fridge, we got from a company called Nisbets, and they sell commercial kitchen equipment. The top three best parts of our kitchen, I would say, is definitely the fridge for the work surface and for how much space it has. The other thing I would definitely say is the oven cook area. And number three would be how durable and easy to clean our kitchen is. It's all stainless steel, 3 mil thick, and you can do whatever you want on it and just wipe it clean, and it's really nice. As far as storage in our kitchen, I think we did pretty good. I mean, we have this Lazy Susan here, which is a bit of a mess at the moment. This whole tool chest, which is from Bunnings that we got, it just has all our cutlery and all that. And then over here is basically for appliances, and I mean, there's still some space free, but I mean, it's definitely getting full. So as far as the open shelving, getting dusty, a lot of people commented about how the dust is going to accumulate. The dust does accumulate on the open shelving, and there's probably nothing you can do about that, really. But you just wipe it off. It's quick and easy to clean. If I were to do anything differently in the kitchen, I would change up this where we put our rubbish and stuff. So back here is like cleaning stuff, and that's just a rubbish bin. But I think if I was gonna change that, I would make the recycling bin and that pull out together, and I probably will fix that later down the line. So that's probably the only fault that I have. So I think our dining table was a great idea. We had in mind from day one, we wanted a multifunctional space. So this table here can unclick from its wheels, it can spin out, you can grab some stuff from outside, you can set it up as a nice area if you have company. Plus everything's on wheels, so if you want to clean underneath it real good, give it a good deep clean, unplug the fridge, unclick everything, roll it that way, clean it all, roll it back into place. It's just super multifunctional. That's all, I really like it. So over here was just like an afterthought, but we can always improve on it. And we added this key thing. We had nowhere to put our keys, and where the hell are our keys? And so we added that, and then we have this just to show what we have in the freezer, make our shopping list for the week. When we run out of things, we write it down, stuff like that. So that just can be improved, but definitely was another add-on. So down here is our hallway, and this is where we have our inverter for our solar, the switchboard, main switchboard, and all our vast array of jackets and sweaters. And we knew we were going to need a lot of space to hang all that, so that's the space we got. So we actually learned from living in the tiny house to put our inverter inside the house. That way, if you do need to have access to it, whether it be shut it off, whether it be check what's going on, yada yada yada, you don't have to go put your boots on and walk around the house to go, see what's going on like we did in the tiny house, which was really annoying. But it does have a fan that runs periodically. It's not the noisiest thing in the world, and it doesn't run in the middle of the night, so it doesn't bother us. But I like what we did, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's a small house, so we don't have a room for a utility room or a laundry room, so this was the best option for us.
Okay, so before we head out to the container, we'll just show you the spare room really quickly. We might put a sliding door, but we'll see, because as you can tell, it's in the road. So this is our spare room. We originally just put in a spare room because the value of a house is much higher if you have 2 bedrooms as opposed to a 1 bedroom, like open plan kind of thing. So that's basically the purpose of this room, more or less. So the bed we got for free. Someone was cleaning out their garage and they had an extra bed, so we saved a lot of money on that. We already had the bedding because we had so much for the tiny house. We bought this. This is an IKEA dresser. There's a company that sells IKEA dressers in New Zealand, so we got that. It was horribly delayed because of COVID-19, but we got it and we got it installed, and it basically just holds all of our Airbnb stuff right now. We don't really use this room much, but it has a heater because it's the furthest away from the wood burner, and it gets pretty toasty in here if you need it to be. So it's nice to have that extra space. Let's head into the bathroom. So we did the bathroom 100% ourselves except for the plumbing. So the plumber did all the final connections, but we did pay to have the tiler come and waterproof the room and install the tiles. We purchased the tiles ourselves from Bunnings. So we installed this just for some extra storage. We hadn't really planned on or thought that far ahead of what we wanted in the bathroom, but we can always change this out. It's not permanent, which is really nice. So this glass is really helpful to keep the room seem very big, and then it's a bit of an optical illusion having all black tiles on the floor. Draws your eye to the end of the room by having the white on both sides. So we designed this ourselves, had the tiler come and put the stuff in. We bought this vanity from Bunnings as well, and the builder suggested that we added a window in here. We only had 1 window, but it's nice to have a nice big frosted window here. And this came together pretty quickly. We bought the mirror from Trade Depot, and everything else, the hardware and the sink, we picked out ourselves. We bought that pretty early actually on in the game. I really like the shower. We have 2 options. We have the rain water overhead shower, and then we also have the just the normal shower that you can detach. That's really helpful for cleaning. And you can turn on the shower without having to be inside of the shower. And that was a key feature that we really wanted to include in our design, so you didn't have to stand under cold water. And we use hot water Califont to heat our water. We use LPG gas for that. We just have small bottles. So it's pretty convenient and efficient. So our toilet was a big splurge for us. This was a $1,000 toilet. It has a bidet built in. It automatically has UV light to automatically clean and sanitize. It is really efficient. It flushes by itself after you stand up, and I absolutely love it. I'm really glad we went for it. It was a little bit difficult to install, but Pat was up for the challenge and he did a great job, and the plumber did a great job too. The bedroom wasn't the most important part of the house. We focused most of our attention on the living spaces of the house. The bedroom really just was left over for sleeping. We didn't invest all that much money into the bedroom. We were able to save a lot of money by not having the builder put in doors. We put these sliding doors in ourselves. We have non-permanent clothes storage, 2 dressers each, and the bed also lifts up and we have lots of storage underneath. The bedside tables are just hanging off the wall, and that helps with keeping the amount of furniture that's in the room down. So that just hangs off the wall so you don't stub your toe in the middle of the night when you're getting out of bed. So that's pretty convenient. And overall, I think we stayed on budget in the bedroom. And I think the best part is this light fixture we have on top, because when the light is on, you see like this cool stripy effect around the whole room. And we're thinking about painting it, but we haven't made a decision yet. So I'm really happy that we just decided for 1 color, 1 coat for the whole house. And if we want to do a feature wall or put wallpaper in at a later date, we can do that. But for now, I think it was a really good cost-saving choice and design choice. We got the bed off of Trade Me. It was a little bit lower than I had hoped. As you can see, it's kind of a bit too far away from the light switch, so we struggled to reach it when we were in bed, but we can always fix that. The hardware is really hard wearing. We're really happy with it, and we can always retrofit it and raise the bed up if we need to, and that would actually probably give us more storage underneath as well. But otherwise, it's super comfortable. We got an Ecosa mattress because it was just one of the most affordable, and we're really happy with it. So this is our living room. We splurged on the couch and the chair, and pretty much everything else was pretty affordable, really. We picked out a little bit larger size TV than what we had up in the tiny house, just because we have such a much bigger wall. And the chair and the couch are super, super comfortable. They're hard wearing. We were actually very worried that the cat would scratch up our couch, but so far she hasn't been able to do too much damage. We try to stop her from scratching, but she does really like to mark her territory. We chose not to get a coffee table just because it would be one other thing to get in the way and to clean and to have to buy. So we opted instead for this wraparound from behind the couch to have a place where we can put our drinks down, and we can put your phone down. And it also serves as a nice little display for our home brew and our wine. So it looks really nice, and we have a few little display items. We don't have much in this house, to be fair, and we don't have much room to store things in this house, which is really nice. It helps keep the amount of clutter that we get down to a minimum. The one space we do have over here is just underneath our TV console, which is for books. I have some workout equipment in there. We have some DVDs and just other miscellaneous things like cribbage board and bananagrams. So we have a gas fire heater in here in the living room, and that is very convenient. There's no mess from bits of pieces of wood. You don't have to empty the ashes. You don't have to clean out the flue. However, it is quite costly for heating the entire house. You really have to have it running for quite a long time to get the house warm and maintain that heat. It's really helpful, though, when we close the bathroom door and the bedroom door. That really helps keep the heat in the house a lot longer, and it's a bit more efficient that way. However, we are thinking and considering replacing it with a wood-burning one just because we have so much free wood on this property anyway. It seems like kind of a waste just to have it all for the tiny house, which we don't even enjoy. So it's a toss-up. We don't like the fact that it's so expensive and constantly replacing the LPG tanks, but we can always change it if we decide to. All right, so this is our office. This has been a bit of a work in progress. This was probably the last room that we completely finished. The desk is just 2 L brackets and it's just a slab of wood on top as our desk that we knew that would give us the most amount of working space. And then these shelves are just actually garage shelves that we got also from Bunnings. Patrick cut them down to size because they were just a little bit too tall, and we wanted it to fit under, just this one. We wanted it to fit under the window. Otherwise, it gives us plenty of storage for all of our things, and because we run a business now from home, we're able to have enough room for our printer, our paperwork, and some YouTube equipment things, so like our tri-stand and all that stuff, and the cat food. So I think it's a really nice, functional place to work, really efficient, really easy to keep clean, and we can both work side by side and get our things done.
All right, so originally this door would have taken us to the garage that we had on the original plan, but we scrapped that whole plan in early stages of our design, and we decided to go with this design, and I'll show you right now. So out here, we have a nice big deck, and we can have somewhere to hang dirty jackets, overalls, laundry up on there, and we have a lot of space to do stuff. So if it's raining, I can bring the barbecue over here and cook under here or whatever, and lots of storage, shoe storage here, recycling. It's just a nice space to be able to stay out of the weather when you're coming outside, and obviously come into the next greatest part of our house. So in here is where we do all our homebrew, and we make all of our alcohol in here. So we knew from day one we wanted a separate space from our kitchen, to just because it just adds a lot of clutter that you don't need in your house, and we knew we wanted it in a separate space that also acts as a storage space for all our cleaning stuff for the house. We also have it's just like a little hangout area for video games. Nothing too crazy, but just a good area to store all your alcohol. So we have stuff that's been bottled down here. This is all stuff that's pretty much ready to drink, and this is stuff in progress. And then all the beers are down here, and all these beers are pretty much ready to drink, apart one, which is the stout. And yeah, just a really good multifunctional space. So we have our washer and dryer in here as well, and we seem to think it works pretty good not having it in the house. And it just adds a lot less things to your house that you don't really need, like, because the original design showed our washer in the kitchen, and yeah, that was just, no, we don't want our washer in our kitchen, because if you want to do a load of laundry, let's just say before bed or something, there's no noises, nothing can bother you really. So yeah, this is a 20-foot refrigerated container, which is very old. It's fiberglass all the way around. And so there's some saving costs, but also the appliances. All three of these appliances we had already. So the chest freezer we bought used. This we had in the container, and this we had in the container before we even moved into here. So yeah, just things that we didn't have to buy, which saved a lot of money in the long run. So this is a used container that we completely fitted out ourselves. I did all the electrical, and then I just basically had a licensed electrician come by and wired up the switchboard. So if in New Zealand anyone can run cables, you don't need to be a licensed electrician for that. So he just put a switchboard in, and now basically we have a nice space, warm space for doing homebrew in the winter especially. So this door here we got used, and I think we paid $500 for it. It's not the greatest door in the world, but it works. Yeah, so I cut a hole in the side of the container here, and me and Cori plunk this door in. Sounds easier than it was, but. So out here we also, I forgot to mention, was the cladding is exactly the same as the house. So we wanted it to look not so containery from the outside. We wanted to kind of match the house, so it's not just a big ugly container sitting next to it. And it was very ugly. Yeah, very ugly container. It was blue and white and moldy, and no. So we power washed the container, and we cladded it, and then built this lovely veranda over there with some steel, and it came out really good. Yeah. So overall, doing this from building the garage, we probably saved about $25,000, and that money was, put aside and used in other areas where we kind of went over, like on our build and stuff. So it worked out pretty good.
All right, let's head outside to the deck. I'm really glad we decided to go for such a big deck, even though it did cost a bit more because of the engineering. We got this great L-shaped couch. We just keep the cushions off when it's raining, just because the cushions aren't waterproof. But we have this nice overhang, so that protects the majority of them. The cat loves to sleep on them, and we eat out here quite often. On this side, we have the high table that Patrick built. It was originally intended to go in the back deck, but we just like it so much more out here, and now that it's really sturdy and hard wearing, it's totally fine to have it outside. These high chairs are really awesome too, because they fit our table inside the house, so when we have a lot of guests over, we can use these same chairs inside and basically double our seating arrangement. And then we have a nice cozy little seating area down by the corner, now down by where the window for the bathroom is. So that's really nice too. All right, we're really fortunate to have such a beautiful view here in Blueskin Bay, and the view really makes the house our house is very small and very cozy, but the view makes it seem so much larger. You just have so much more scope, and you can see all the way to the ocean as well as Blueskin Bay, and hence why all the windows. And these completely open up, so in the summertime you can have the house completely open, and it's absolutely amazing being able to walk from the container under the deck, across it, through the house, and then outside to the back deck. It makes it seem so much bigger than it really is. So I'm really glad with our design, and really happy with the way our house turned out. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching our house tour video. We really love living in our house, and if you want to see behind the scenes and how all of it came about, please make sure to watch our other videos. We filmed every step of the way during the house construction, so that's all available on our channel, so make sure to check that out.
And make sure you guys subscribe and like this video, and we'll catch you next time.
Bye!